Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king. Espinal, and joining me through Discord. No, god damn it. It's StreamYard now. Joining me through StreamYard. It is the man, the myth, the legend, the tank top sage. It's Joshua Gangsta Time Cole.
Well, it's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What's good, Chris? What up, everybody listening?
Hey. Also joining us, it is our producer, Edgelord. Big news. Right.
What's up, nerds?
Hey, we're back for another episode of New Jump City. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you guys doing this week?
I am burning to ask you guys a question. All right, and that question is, if somebody told you, like they gave a statement about something and said, "The Lord is my witness," would you feel comfortable calling them out on it if you knew they was lying still?
No, I mean, you have to at that point. If you know they're lying and they say the Lord is their witness, you would have to rebut by saying, actually, the Lord didn't witness that at all.
You know what you got to do? You got to
You would say that to somebody?
If I
You would
knew,
tell them
if I knew
like
they
that?
were lying, if I knew for a fact,
What if it
100%.
was something? What if it was just something trivial, like he said he didn't drink somebody's Pepsi out the fucking work fridge, right?
Well, that doesn't sound
You see
trivial
that
to
nigga
me,
drink that
Josh.
shit. Okay, I just say to the grand scheme of things, but
You're using
whatever,
the Lord's
man.
name in vain to rob someone of their Pepsi?
Well, so you'd call them out. You'd say no, you're lying.
Yes.
You're using the Lord.
You're using the Lord.
misleading.
You're not going to use the Lord.
I personally wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I feel like that's
Wow.
infringing on somebody's beliefs.
It's not, though. It's
I mean,
infringing
but
on
if
my
he believes
beliefs
that he,
by saying that by saying that my Lord and Savior saw him do this.
you don't know what happened between him and God.
I
right?
do know.
Isn't that how that works?
Because I know he's lying. I have to protect my Lord
Brian,
and
you want to
Savior.
weigh in on this?
I would smite them where they stand
Well, you have
in the
to.
name of the Lord.
You have to. Many wars have been started because someone said that
It's like
the Lord.
James Winston.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he said?
No, I just
In the loss.
I remember a song.
I didn't get to see the loss against the Giants. We didn't do a pre-show today, but I didn't get to see the Jameis Winston loss. I'm sure it was very entertaining.
Oh yeah, Brian DeBall got fired. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did talk about this last week.
Somebody took a picture of him sitting outside the Giants facility. I don't think that's real though. It can't.
I
be.
can't
He's
be.
literally
He
sitting on
can't-
the fucking curb.
He can't be.
Like,
No, that can't be real. That's fake as
no
hell.
way. I know he's a blue collar, bring your lunch pail to work.
They
guy,
all
but-
are. Hey, none of these motherfuckers are socialists, Josh.
No, you have
Nobody.
to understand the joke. The joke, right, is that is the case. I know that already, and that they like to say that about people when they want to make people feel good about the coach. About
Yeah.
a person, and then the narrative flips. They're not blue collar anymore once
No.
they start fucking up.
They don't have any color. They're
Because he came from
unemployed.
Buffalo, and they went from being a bad team to being elite. You know what I'm saying?
They were
because
elite?
it happened in Buffalo. Huh?
Oh, you're talking about Buffalo went
Yeah, I
from.
mean the Bills been elite.
Yeah. They've been elite. They've been elite
being
without him.
asked to being, huh?
They were elite without him for the last few years.
Without who?
Dable.
No. What the point I'm trying to make is that I'm saying that about Daboll because he came from a team like Buffalo. So any of these teams like Buffalo, you could count Dallas, but I'm not going to do it because it's my team. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't count. And I can't count Houston because that's an actual city. But any of these Midwestern,
Small towns.
folksy ass fucking towns, Tennessee or
Tennessee's not.
fucking-
Well,
even- no,
Tennessee's a
a city,
state.
right? Yeah. So like, I'm trying to think like Buffalo.
Buffalo is that, I guess.
There's a few others.
Yeah.
But they're one of them, and yeah, so that's why I say that joke about him. Detroit. I only said that about Detroit because he just was a mascot for this shit. He like Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
He knew he knew he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything good with this team, but I'm gonna for sure make myself famous and be a meme. And the team ended up being fucking good.
And he's a meme, so he accomplished both missions.
Yo, he did. Yeah.
Speaking of which, man, what an L for the Lions. I don't know. We're very brief thoughts, I guess, on the NFL. And this is a taste of what you get on the pre-show chat show. But wow, what an L.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, Dan Campbell.
Eagles were playing terrible on offense too.
I know
Dude, they were trying to force the fucking ball to this dude, man.
Yeah,
it
man.
was bad.
Look,
It was bad, yo.
I enjoy the Lions.
I love it though.
I enjoy the Lions. I like them as a team. But man, when that gutsy fourth down shit doesn't work, it really doesn't work. It doesn't work in spectacular fashion.
Yes. Oh, how could I have forgotten the narratives? Oh, how could I have forgotten, Chris? Yes. So you see the two teams that love to go for the fourth down. One's a fucking trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they took plenty of L's when Jaden Daniels was playing, so I'm not trying to hear that shit. But yeah, and now Detroit. I mean, they're doing decent still.
They're fine, you know. I think they can bounce back from this.
You see what happens when you play a real a real actual team that going for it on fourth down is not sustainable.
I get it. You know?
I hope you do.
I do.
I hope you do.
I do. I still want them to do that. It is their identity or whatever. It just didn't work out.
My thing is that I don't want to see everybody doing it, and I feel like
everybody. It is. Everybody is doing it. People are going for it more on fourth down than more than ever. It's not an automatic punt anymore. It's definitely like now people are thinking about it, and if your
teams will end up at like the 35 or the 40 at the kickoff anyway.
Yeah, But that was the Lions game. Congratulations on your Cowboys. I didn't see them win, but congrats, you guys beat the Raiders.
We killed them, man.
You guys killed the Raiders.
I was really. I mean, a win is a win, bro. Whether you beat the Raiders or the fucking Eagles, it all counts as one win, right? But I'll say this: I was really curious in watching Quinnen Williams, the new defensive tackle we got from the Jets a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a good job. Let's see how they hold up against a fucking real team.
Probably not well, but we'll see.
I feel bad for Geno Smith. He's a pack.
Oh yeah. Did you see his press conference?
No.
He was really doing the whole like, blame me. If your car doesn't start up in the morning, blame me. Dude, it was the funniest press conference. It was like literally like, I guess it was all my fault, huh? It's like, all of the world's problems.
I mean, I think Geno's a good quarterback.
I like Geno a lot. I like Geno.
Yeah.
I think it was just very funny the way he was just. It is because I saw the press conference on like Instagram. It was like a reel where he was just like, "Your car don't start in the morning, blame me." If you're. We got a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks.
Yo, he is going.
Yeah, he was
in LA. I mean, in LV.
Yeah, Las Vegas. In love. But all right, that's all I really wanted to talk about the NFL. I guess we could talk about our individual journeys real fast. I didn't make a whole lot of progress. I am almost caught up on everything. I will share my tier list as it stands right now. Bada bing, bada boom. So I caught up to Someone Hurts. It's one of the newer series. I think it only has 8 chapters up to this point. This is surprisingly
Someone
very
Hurts?
yeah, Someone Hurts. This is surprisingly a very fun little series. It's about these kids who they compete in this radio comedy show where you like submit jokes, and they read them out loud. And there's like this little like competition that they hold on the radio, and the two protagonists are just like kids who write in jokes to these guys, and one of them's a girl who's like the best, kinda, and the boy is just like a guy who wants to be very good, and they have this cute little dynamic where they encourage each other to win. I was very surprised at how much I liked the series. I think it's a cute little story. The art is very endearing. I'm going to put this right above New Way's Exorcist in C tier, surprisingly enough. Just because I like New Way's Exorcist. I think the only thing that really puts it down is that right now it's a little generic-ish shonen type stuff. But yeah, I think Someone Hurts has an interesting enough premise that it sets it apart from everything else. Let me see. Gone Raw Egg stays where it is. It's a D. But I feel bad about it. This is a rough part of our tier list. It's like, I feel bad that it's there. But something's got to be there. Elusive Exorcist, I'm in the middle of reading the next batch of chapters now. It'll be 20 to 40. And it's growing on me a little bit. I don't.
Elusive Samurai?
Did I not say Elusive Samurai?
I thought you said
You said Elusive Exorcist.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Elusive
I just wanted to make sure which one you was talking about.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Elusive Exorcist. It's gonna stay where it is right now, but it might move up. Actually, I'm like kind of getting used to it. I think part of it is that like I don't really like the art style for some reason. It's just not jiving with me. I feel like it was different when he was drawing Assassination Classroom, and there's something like different about the way he's drawing in this. That
Just trying to get it to like a vintage, like old school style.
I don't even know if that's true. It's very exaggerated, and it can be funny at some points, but I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. There's something about Elusive Samurai. Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to Carmen Sandiego, how elusive truly is the samurai of the story?
He's extremely elusive. That's his main attribute, is that he's very good at escaping things.
So
yeah, the story is just about this kid who.
So you'd say maybe an 8?
Yeah, well, apparently he's not the absolute best he can be at being elusive yet, but the whole point is to get him to be more elusive.
Okay.
Yeah. The magician, I forget the whole title of this thing, but the mage next door, stays where it's at too. I like it so far. It's like a fun little the power system of the main character, like the power set is very fun. He's like a mage, but his like magic revolves around just like regular things. Like there's no like he's not like throwing fireballs everywhere. He just like has these everyday enhancements that he uses to fight, and it's a fun little story. It might move up. The hero and the hero girl and demon lord call it quits is got a lot of potential. I like the premise of it. The art is also very fun and different. It might move up, but not just yet. Witch Watch saved itself this week, actually. Witch Watch is like in its like I think final arc maybe, and it's gonna be like a battle series. I don't know if it's its actual final arc, but it feels like it because like the main villain group has shown up and they're gonna fight, I guess. So I'm looking forward to see whatever
with the ogre kid, right?
Yeah, with the ogre kid and the witch, and I feel like when it's in the serious actual story, I enjoy it a lot more. So, it'll stay where it is. Oter, I actually kind of haven't caught up with Oter yet, and I'm considering bumping it down to the bottom of the C tier for that reason, because I've read some of it, but I haven't read all of it, and it feels unfair to the rest of the series. There. Noise Exorcist stays where it is. I like it. I think it's fun, and the art style is really good. It just hasn't had that like pop moment. Someone Hurts I've already talked about. Hema 10, I haven't read the next batch of chapters, but stays where it's at. Ruby Dragon stays where it's at. Haruaki Mound stays where it's at. Everything else stays where it's at, basically. I think, like, because I haven't read this batch of chapters for the other ones. But yeah, I'm almost basically caught up. The only series I haven't read is Me and Roboco. I'll have to start that, I guess, because it's the only one I haven't read. But
Let that be the one we put on our fucking weekly series lineup.
oh my God, imagine.
That good.
Imagine I come back, it's like, guys, when one of these series ends, it has to be Me and Roboco.
So just hear me out.
Hear me out. But yeah, that's my journey in Jump so far. I am making.
What would it
progress.
take for something to be S aside, like next to One Piece?
I mean, Kagurabachi is getting
Hunter
there,
x
bro.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Oh yeah, I guess I should add Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter would be S, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to. Don't add it because
I'm not gonna add it because it's not active.
Sad. Yeah,
But
when it's active,
it'll be there.
arguably double S.
Kags has all the potential in the world to just reach S pretty fast. But yeah. And honestly, so does Akane Banashi. I'm really enjoying that series.
I mean, let's not act like A tier is bad or something like
No,
that.
it's not.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I would put like Naruto in A tier.
Yeah, I would say I would
Past
do
like
the same.
Kagurabachi. I wouldn't put it in S, but I put it in A.
Yeah, I would put it past just for just the impact it had on my life, bro.
Okay, 100 chapters in, which one's better, Kagurabachi or Naruto?
I think Kagurabachi may
Naruto.
be. I think Kagurabachi. I don't know, man. I feel like it's recency bias.
When was the Sasuke retrieval arc?
Actually, not too far.
Do you not? Am I uncultured for not knowing?
No,
the
you're
exact
not.
chapters?
It might be.
Okay, chapter 100 of Naruto.
I remember
Is-
chapter 100 of Naruto.
It's Naruto versus Neji.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that was right in the middle of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's recency bias, but I have read a little bit of early Naruto. And it's like, I don't know. I think in the scope of having read the entire series, it's not as consistent with its power system and world building as I remember it to be. But
But
Kagurabachi.
the world building, I mean the like character development, like early on. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
because I was young and I was so mystified by
know.
everything. I have
I
guess
have to
I'd
finish
reread
Naruto.
it.
I have to get to 100 chapters of Naruto to really judge this. But I'm still in the Zabuza arc.
That was a good question, Brian.
That was a good
really
question.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know. Like I feel.
The thing is, I would just argue that
Kagurabachi has been really good.
I would argue that maybe Kagurabachi might be better written than Naruto is, but Naruto is no slouch. I think on a fundamental level, he's created an iconic character in Naruto. Like the guy himself is just a great character all around, and it still hasn't changed to this day. But I don't know.
So all right, this is the best way I could put it. With Kagurabachi, I feel like if it ended next month, would I be very sad? Yes. Would I be surprised? Yeah, I would be surprised, but I would not be that I wouldn't be that surprised. Like it doesn't seem like this series that has this grand adventure to it, and I guess that's just a bias, but.
Yeah.
Naruto just felt like he was in a completely different world, where Kagurabachi just is like, man, this shit is fire. It feels like, that's why I say it feels like Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know if I put Jujutsu Kaisen in S tier, but it's like,
I would.
I maybe
wouldn't
would.
argue.
It's a good question to ask.
I think I'd put it in A tier. It's not as good as One Piece. It's not even close.
No.
And I'm not even trying to be disrespectful.
like-
well, when
but
I
I
say
feel
it's
like
not
it's-
close, it's not like shoulder to shoulder at all.
But I feel like out of the modern shonen, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is like the crown jewel.
Yeah, definitely one of the better. What do you know? I mean, if we're talking like standards, yeah, for sure, right? I mean, there's I think you have to put it in the top three, no matter how you. It's cultural impact, popularity, the actual quality of it too, right? Um, Sorry, I like World Trigger more. I think World Trigger is the best.
Yeah, I mean,
series. I
that
think
would
it's better
be
than Free Ran. I think it's better than Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga's been out for a long time though, right?
yeah. It's a
Yeah.
monthly series, so it's been around for a while. Hell yeah. Well, those are good questions, Joshua. How's your One Piece journey going?
Blazing through Egghead.
Hey,
I'm not. I'm not at the. I mean, I sent you guys pretty recent screenshots, actually. Not like a whole collection, just little shit. I mean, right now, it's we're about to. I'm actually about to start reading the backstory because she just touched the paw
hey.
and got like a little like, Bonnie just touched the claw. Telling about her dad. I cannot say enough how like much I appreciate the amount of like care that was put into building like these characters up over time. It's hard to keep track of shit when you're reading it week to week, especially One Piece as long as it is, but reading it straight through, I remember Bonnie being around like like asking if like looking around for Kuma on Shibodi. You know, you just seen Shibodi, right?
Yep.
I think she said something about Kuma
Well,
that she was
she
looking
did.
for him. So that was hinted.
Well, we don't know a lot about Bonnie when she's there. The only thing she really does is she like pushes Zoro out of the way, and we don't really see her
Saves
escape
him
the
from the
island.
Celestial Dragons.
Yeah, and that's her most
I'm
significant
pretty
moment
sure
yet.
I'm pretty sure she says she's looking for Kuma or something like that.
No, she doesn't. That because that was like, I think what you're thinking of is there's this moment after Saboti where she's getting like she got beat up by Blackbeard, and she yells at him about like Akainu finds her and she's like I'll never forgive you, which is like kind of the hint of one of the first hints of her backstory. But yeah, she doesn't make a mention of Kuma and Saboti.
Damn, my bad. I'm talking on my ass, and I just read that
Come
shit.
on, man.
Well, it was a
Come on,
couple
man.
months ago, but
Come on, man.
yeah, Saturn's on his way. It was just revealed that the Vegapunk that eats all the time. I forgot their name. Damn.
York.
York. Right? See, that would have been a good quiz. I would not have thought about that.
Can you name
But
all
now
the
I gotta-
Vegapunks?
I think I can.
Okay.
Edison. Shaka. The good. This Lilith the evil. Of course, York. Peppermint Patty York. Fuck. There's the little one, and then there's the guy and the chubbier one. Is Atlas. Atlas is another.
There's one more.
I'm missing Edison. All right. Could you tell me at least which one? I remember the name. Is Edison the small one or the big one?
Edison's the small one.
So the big one. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Pythagorean. Or Pythagorean, something like that.
Yeah. No, Pythagorean. Yeah, you're absolutely right. God damn it.
You failed. You failed.
I don't have much else to say. I will get back to you guys probably by the time I finish the flashback, and I'll have a lot more to say about that.
Brian, how's your World Trigger journey?
I have not read a single chapter since.
Oh my god.
I completely fallen off the wagon.
Fan.
I'll get around to it again.
Fake fan.
It's just that, like, I don't know, man. The fucking homework really fucked everything up for me.
You have
Yeah, I'm looking at you at chapter 213. They just started with they're about to start the like
damn, you hard
the
stopped.
computer matches.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting to continue to read.
I bet you'll like it. I bet you'll like it reading it all the way through.
Yeah, I know.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I guess we could get the main show started if you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's
I'm ready.
fucking go.
I hope he turns his sword into some guns.
Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 237, Diabolical Enemy. Last we left off, the new order has arrived and is causing trouble. They ambushed the Sakamoto ambulance, and the members that have attacked them are the lightning guy, Torres, and the guitar man. And meanwhile, Shin and the old guy have stayed behind to take on these three. So it's a 3-on-2. Kindaka, thank you, Brian. So, you know, they get it on. I think they use the crane of the fucking fire truck or whatever they're on to swing at the car, but everybody seems to dodge. Tanabata, the guitar man, takes the wheel while Torres and Lightning Guy both attack Shin. Actually, Torres attacks Shin. Lightning Guy fights Kindaka. Kindaka's like, man, this guy's tough to handle since I've been out of commission for a while. Wake up, Sakamoto.
Since I've been washed up.
Yo, I'm old. I'm washed. I haven't been active in a long time.
I'm on my 19 in 7 years.
I'm a journeyman. I can't do this.
I'm just a role player.
I could do 3 passes, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm here to shoot the open 3, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, I was a big off-season story, but now I'm not much. So he looks into the truck and sees Sakamoto twitch for a second. He's like, oh shit, hell yeah. He might be getting up soon.
Nice.
Lightning Man doesn't take any chance. He lightning shocks him in the heart and knocks him off the truck. So that's not cool. He's out. Kindaka's out. I'm sure he'll catch up somehow because he's supposed to be super duper fast. But yeah, Boiled sees this happen and he's like, sheesh, I'm jumping in. And he asks Wu-Tang to drive. Wu-Tang says, I can't. I don't have a license. Sakamoto's wife comes in and she's like, I'll drive. But then she realizes her license expired. So she can't drive. She'll get pulled over.
Oh, my goodness. Meanwhile,
and Boyle's like,
all this lawlessness is happening around.
Yeah. Boyle's like, our guys are endangered. I can't help. But Atari comes in and Atari's like, I can drive. I have my license. So yeah, that's that. Shin is 1v2ing the Lightning Guy and Torres, and Lightning Guy is like, I can't believe you guys are doing all this to protect Sakamoto. And he's like, how come you guys are doing that? And he's like, well, you should know. You're terrified, right, of Mr. Sakamoto waking up. Lightning Guy doesn't take kindly to that. He says, you're pissing me off. He starts to load up some lightning, and he's about to go in for the kill. But Boiled comes in with his hard-boiled punch and knocks Lightning Guy back a little bit. And they're like, Boiled, who's driving? Yeah. She's like, yeah, hard-boiled. She goes, Boiled, who's driving? And Boiled is like, Atari's got the wheel. And she's like, is that a good idea? She's stone cold out of luck right now. And as luck wouldn't have it, fucking all of the tires on the truck, on the ambulance burst out at once, causing it to swerve out of control and like veer off the road, flying into the air.
Doing a barrel roll.
Yeah, literally. Do a barrel roll. Meanwhile, Torres jumps back to his car and Lightning Guy's like, why'd you leave? And he's like, I don't want to get anywhere near that girl. I got a bad hunch about her. And at that moment, the truck continues to spiral out of control, but Atari is sent flying out, steering wheel and all, and she lands right in the bad guy's truck. And she's like, I'm going to die today. And Lightning Guy's like, why? And Torch is like, hey, man, what are you doing? Just fucking kill her, bro. He's like, what's your hurry? He's like, she's bad luck, dude. He's like, well, who cares? What's that mean for me anyway?
Nigga, what?
And then it's at that exact moment Shishiba comes down, and he is followed by Otsurugi, who both come down. Otsurugi cuts the hood of the car in half, and they're like, hey, Dimback, we got a score to settle with you. So the order's here. Yeah! And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days, chapter 237?
I think the electric guy saved Tanabata's life, telling him to hit the brakes because she was about to murder him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't catch that.
That was crazy. This was, I guess in manga I've seen a lot of car chase or fight on top of moving, vehicles or whatever, like fights. But this felt like I had adrenaline reading this. I think they executed that pretty well. I mean, fuck Sakamoto, right? Because he's in critical condition and the ambulance just fucking barreled down the highway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way anyone normal ever would survive that, right?
Not a normal person, I don't think.
Yeah, but Sakamoto's not normal. And these dudes are scared. What's the kid's name again?
Shin?
Jin?
Shin?
Shin, yeah. Shin. I said Jin. Yeah, Shin. He is like, when he told the dude that they're terrified of Sakamoto waking up, he was like we already smoked him before. What are you talking about? And he was just like, well, so then why are y'all so desperate to stop him then? It's because he's a problem. And that shit got in.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, word. Yeah, hopefully he's still around. Hopefully he doesn't get defeated before Sakamoto wakes up because he needs to beat him.
Oh, yeah.
And imagine he just has like rubber gloves on, like kitchen gloves.
Yeah, imagine.
And he just grabs his hand and he's like, yeah, blah, blah, just starts beating this shit. Yo, that might happen.
I could.
Yeah. I mean, Sakamoto's wife saying she can't drive because they'd pull her over when there's an entire fight on top of a car happening behind her. Like the police would ever pull over an ambulance while that's happening. I don't know why they allowed this girl to take the wheel, but they should have told his wife not to worry about it. That was insane. All right, that's all my thoughts. Brian, how'd you feel about this chapter?
This is the most Sakamoto chapter ever.
Ever?
Ever?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just so, like, the humor in this series is so unique to itself, I feel like. Name another shonen manga where having a driver's license matters in a situation. You know what I mean? Like, Sakamoto is just really good at, like, blending together, like its humor with its action. It's just a core part of it. Like the absurdity of it all. But you called it, Josh, last week. Like you were like, oh, these guys they need these guys to pull up, and they actually pulled up in this chapter. So
yeah, you did call that, I think.
When I saw that, I was like, oh shit,
they
Josh
needed help.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's it for me.
Like this was bad. They had three of these dudes.
For real.
Torres honestly to me is the most problematic one of them all. He's too level-headed.
Yeah.
You can't talk him out of killing you. He's gonna take you the fuck out.
For real.
That's how I feel. Unless he has some type of money involved.
Yeah. Brian, you're done with your thoughts, right? All right, I'll take that as a yes. I really enjoyed this chapter as well. I think this was really fun. Like Josh said, I love a good car chase fight thing going on, and I think they did it effectively. I'm very excited to see what happens. Hopefully Shishiba and Otsurugi give a good show here. It's still 2-on-1, and maybe Kendaka will come and even it out, so it's like 3-on-3.
I mean, Conduct is really fast.
Yeah, I think he'll just catch up and fight, and the rest of them will go on. But yeah, this is really fun. I really had a good time. I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't really have much other thoughts. I think you guys all covered it all, but yeah, very fun chapter. I hope Boiled is okay. I hope Boiled stays behind and has a cool moment.
More than just that one hard-boiled punch.
Sometimes all it takes is one hard-boiled punch. Yeah.
Is Kandaka dead?
No.
He's coming back for sure.
He got electrocuted.
Yeah, but he's an
he's
assassin, so assassins can tank like literally everything
Yeah.
in this series.
Yeah. And he's one of the OGs. He's like,
Not wrong.
he was like Sakamoto's teacher.
Yeah, there's no way that takes him out. Okay.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys ready to move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's move on to the next one. Kagurabachi. This is Kagurabachi. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm about to toss this one over to Josh.
Yeah, thanks,
Almost
Chris.
got in the
This
groove.
is Kag. They almost stole my whole show. So this is Kagurabachi chapter 101. Safe zone. So last week, shit was dire and interesting. We learned a lot about the owner of the Shinichi. His name was Soga. I forget his other part of his name, but
Akimura?
he was there. Yeah, Soga Akamura. Well, yeah, I know Soga for sure, and he inflicted the malediction on that island that came to attack Japan after they signed a treaty of peace. Terrible stuff. And we found out that he did not go insane, that he did it with a pure mind. And Yura,
He was like, word?
Yura was seemingly happy to find that out and is willing to work with him instead of having to kill him. So Azami pulled up trying to stop Yura, and that's where we're at now. So yeah. By the way, Azami kicked the shit out of Yura. That's the last thing we've seen, I think. And I think Yura blocked it with the hilt of his blade and it just repelled him away. He has no arms. You know, I think this is just a valiant effort at this point. So, you know, Yura the cheater pulls up to Azami and starts using his plant powers on him. It's tough. Everybody that got inflicted with bleach seed is getting their life force zapped from them over time. And we get a little bit of exposition about, you know, what's going on with the barrier, how like you know, what their situation is. Basically, they usually have a barrier up that, you know, helps protect the Kaminabi headquarters, but the Hishaku have their own barrier guy that's interfering with Kuminabi's barrier. And not only is that like locking out other enchanted sword bearers from going into the headquarters, it's also creating this weird signal that's blocking out like communications, like telecommunications, and I guess they have no Wi-Fi or whatever. Sucks. The metal sand guy, I forgot his name already.
Hagiwara.
Yeah, something. Right, he's stressing the fuck out because he located the kid and the sorcerer that took his head, but he knows that nobody could really do anything about it because he's immortal. And that's when the barrier master for the Kumanami headquarters tells one of the chairmen, like, listen, bro, just kill me. He's like, if I die, it will strengthen their barrier and keep the enchanted swordsman out, but we'll be able to, call in for other reinforcements that, could really help us out and save the day. So basically he says that if I die, everyone will be saved. And he thinks to himself, well, that sucks. And we get a little bit of background about the barrier master himself. And he says, I took on this job for one reason, money. I'd been through nothing but poverty, so money was everything to me. And he basically goes on to say how he was just fronting during the interview just to get the job and secure the financial security he gained after his couple years of serving as the barrier.
Oh man, he was almost there. He's 2 years from retirement.
He is so close. He was like maybe like a couple months away or something like that. And he just the chairman asks, "You sure?" And he's like, "Send the money to my parents. Hurry. At least let me go down with my head held high." And the chairman is like, admirable, ice cold. He's like, say that, bitch. He's like, that makes a lot of sense. No problem. But unfortunately, the
Hokuto,
the ragdoll sorcerer that loves to fight, a grade B weirdo, I would say.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Crashes into the barrier man headquarters and knocks out the chairman dude before he can, pushes him away rather, before he could, kill this barrier dude. The metal sand dude is watching all of this happen, like he's sensing it through like the metal and his best friend manifestation. And so he's like letting them know what the situation is, and like, yo, we gotta kill like this dude. Like that's the best way to go about it. Hakuri obviously is like conflicted about it, but he tells him like, yo, like one person's sacrifice could save everyone, and think about the opposite scenario. Imagine the hell of surviving while everyone else dies. And I guess that, that's enough for Hakuri to be like, yo, good point.
True.
So yeah, true that. So he jumps into action and starts to create like a teleportation gateway into the room. But instead of running the plan of using a sword to slice this guy or whatever through the magnetism powers, he just sent the barrier man away to the space so that he could cancel out like the barrier without having to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he needs to be gone right from this space. Very smart as shit, Hakuri. So we get a little shot of a phone being left on the ground, and Azami, 90% corpse at this point, is staring off, and he says, took you long enough. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Bro, he's literally just chilling back there, like,
yeah. Just watching, like, damn, you got fucked up. Where's your arms at? Need a hand? I couldn't help myself.
I got 2 for you.
Yeah. Oh man. And you hear him saying him being the teleportation man,
Yeah.
and his name is
Shiba.
Shiba.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shiba pulls up and says, "Let's step outside." Grabs Yura by his tie and teleports him into the city, Kingdom Hearts style, meaning like, you know, kind of falling weird in the air. It's, if you play Kingdom Hearts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 100%. Play the games, guys. So, but Yura can't, you know, obviously he can't help himself either. And instead of falling, Aura farms with the Shinichi floating in the air.
He levitates himself with pure aura.
As he peers down into his 2 opponents, Samura and Chihiro,
Who are also aura farming down there.
Yes, who just been waiting, who have been aura farming, waiting for him to be teleported this whole time. So they have him beat already in
Yeah, they have more aura than
AF
him.
value. They've built more AF
Yeah.
than yeah, so they'll probably be able to pop ult faster. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Brian, what were your thoughts?
RGC.
It's also mine. I don't, you know, let's not beat around the bush here. How about you, Josh?
RGC.
Yeah.
Unified RGC. Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
All right, Brian. What are your thoughts?
God damn. This is such a fucking good chapter. Just twists and turns everywhere you fucking look. It's just like, I don't know how he's just so good at telling. Like every chapter feels like its own like condensed story. Like I don't know. He packs it with so much in it. And like when you're reading Kagurabachi, you just feel like I feel so immersed in it every time I'm reading. It just feels like there's always something new. There's always something being built up. There's always something that's going to be paid off. It's just, man, them being like, yo, kill that guy. And then Hakuri's solution is, actually, no, I'm going to put him in my fucking storehouse, actually. And that'll solve the problem. Like, there's just more than one solution to any problem. And it feels like the characters themselves are always active or always trying to do something. Like it feels like, you know, real in a way, like the way that people act in this series. It's really impressive. But my favorite part was when she was my favorite character, by the way. I figured I should put that out there. Every time he does shit, he has some of the coolest panels in this series. Like when he was fighting against Hakuri's brother, and he pulled him, and he was like, they were above the city and shit too. He just loves pulling that move. That's like his special move, is teleporting someone like 50 feet above the ground above a city.
It's a good move.
And it looks cool every fucking time. God damn it. Like he makes teleporting look so fucking awesome in this series. But still, at the end of the day, the 2 stars at the end of the chapter are really what fucking sold it. Because now Yura's stuck up here with them. Like he can't go back down unless like they open the barrier, and that means that Chihiro and this guy could also follow him. So I don't know, man. Such a good chapter. So many things to like fucking chew on. That's it for me.
Yeah, this is definitely like one of the coolest chapters I've ever read. I was definitely like, from Hakuri doing that thing, I was like, oh hell yeah, that was super cool. You know, Hakuri's really growing on me. He really became like something special. MVP caliber, I think, for the second time in an arc, I think. And bro, when Sheba showed up, I knew this was gonna be RGC because like I had an audible like when he pulled up and he said, "Let's take this outside." I got chills, bro. That was just such a fucking badass moment. Super
Yeah, it
fucking
was.
cool. And then the piece de resistance is just fucking Chihiro and Samura pulling up at the end there. I didn't expect this. My prediction was that they were gonna burst into the headquarters like both doing the I was proven wrong. Now they're just gonna have to do that outside. Bringing the enemy to the reinforcements was a pretty cool move. Very smart. And it really breaks up the action in a fun way because now, they have their own focus with Yura, but now all of the supporting cast has to deal with the rest of the shit. Why am I blanking on their names?
The Hishaku.
Yeah, the Hishaku. We still get to see them deal with them, so we get the full like cast treatment. This was definitely one of the coolest chapters. My first thought was like, this is chapter of the year, dog. This shit was so cool. It's just badass. I'm sorry.
Chapter?
Huh?
Wow. Do you think this?
I wish I was keeping more track because it probably isn't, but maybe next year we'll do like superlative awards for the year. Starting, we'll start it up in January. We'll keep in mind chapters for chapter of the year. Yeah. But bro, this would be nominated for sure. This would be a late addition to the chapter of the year. Man, so good. And Hokuto coming in and fighting this guy.
Yeah,
maybe
that was such a good moment.
Maybe we'll see what this guy can do because he seems to be prayer beads guy. I'm excited to see what he can do. Maybe he fights Hokuto and Hakuri's there. Hakuri's like with them, so that's gonna be interesting. Hakuri, yeah, Hakuri and this guy versus Hokuto.
I don't think Hakuri's there.
Hakuri is there. He teleported.
How'd he get there?
He teleported over there. He's there. You see him with on page 12. Page 12, the lower left right hand corner panel. He's there where the teleporting guy, the barrier guy, used to be, which is where Hokuto is.
Interesting. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that like the dude, I guess Hokuto's like, where'd he go? And he's like, I have no idea. Like he's like he ain't know.
Yeah, that was just super cool. I didn't get to talk about. I mentioned how Hakuri is really growing on me and becoming such a great character. At first, I didn't like him too much. I thought it was like me. He's an okay guy, but man, over the last 2 arcs, he's really like shown up and has been like such a fucking staple of this series. So props to him. This series is great.
Before.
Yeah, and now he's out here like putting it all on the line for everybody. This is the second time. He nearly died last time. But yeah, really good chapter. Like, I don't want to glaze too hard because we still got to get through Josh's thoughts. But man, so good. I'm excited to see what happens next. Josh, what did you think?
I mean, you guys covered a lot, but I thought it was really cool that in just one panel, or just in just 2 or 3 panels, we were able to get a deeper understanding of this barrier character and kind of have a little connection with him.
Mm.
And it wasn't like the most extravagant thing or the most heartfelt thing or anything like that, but I like how the author does this every now and then, and it's, I don't want to say like it's to fill space in a chapter, but it's the way he like places it in these moments of like between tension, it's I mean, I'm sure a lot of other series do it, but it reminds me a little of like One Piece, like in a way.
It's good world building,
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. So, yeah, you know what? I'll say what's been on my mind, which is that clearly the Shinichi is like a earth or plant based like weapon, but the attack. All right, so he has an attack called Centipede. Are the other attacks bug moves like?
I think
Bug-based?
so, actually. I'm trying to remember the other one. But one of them is definitely centipede. So it could be like more bug related and plant related.
If that is the case, that his attacks are bug related. Last time I checked, fish and birds eat bugs.
Oh. That's a good observation.
Please let Samura die.
Oh, bro, you know what? You know what's funny? I was at work today, just like completely, just working and, just doing, and then a chill ran down my spine as I was thinking about it. It's like, wait, actually, I think Samura might die.
Yeah. It's crazy because now I feel like everything I said before is definitely like,
Yo, oh no, did I fuck myself over?
I was a little too early, but we let this situation extend.
No, I mean, I'm a man of honor,
It doesn't feel right, man.
It
does
not
not feel right.
No.
If he still doesn't die,
it's
like a mega L.
I think I might cry on camera if he still doesn't die.
I might have to be out of the Ron Burgundy game for a minute after that. I might have to really just fall back.
I'd really like to maintain an undefeated streak. So, Samura, if you could just like wait till the next arc to die, that would be cool.
Next chapter, double EI White Purity style from Chihiro and Saburo.
Yeah. They're spamming that move.
That's going to be the first shit they do.
They're button mashing.
Spam that shit.
They're button mashing next to
I would. Hopefully they don't got long cooldowns.
No, they seem to do it consecutively when they were fighting.
Yeah, they was. Yeah, I did that shit to this dude. Let's be clear. This nigga got the Shinichi right now. Even if it's at 10%, it's buck wild. But Samura's not playing.
Yeah.
He's not playing.
He can see.
Christ with the sword.
And he can see now.
Series. And he can. It might hinder him. He hasn't seen for mad long.
I'm not used to seeing.
He's used to sensing shit.
I'm used to listening.
Yeah, but I this ain't gonna be no wipe or nothing like that. But this should be a fucking popping ass fight. So I can't wait for next chapter. Is it gonna be here next week?
Yes.
Let's see.
I think it is.
Roll. 6 days left.
Oh my God.
5 days. I need glasses.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
We should have a full house next week for the first time in a couple of weeks. With One Piece coming back.
Should be legendary.
It will be a legendary soon, but
Rocksteady's are back.
They're back.
No spoilers.
You guys done with your thoughts? Any rebuttals or anything?
Nah.
Alrighty, then let's move onward.
Tell that pussy clot girl me know what.
Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo. This is Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, Chapter 11. The Cultural Exchange. Last we left off with Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, it was decided by the Samurians that they would be making attempts to live in harmony with the Earthlings. And in doing that, they decided to hold a cultural festival where they would try each other's food and, just start to get to know each other, get along with each other. This chapter opens up with Usami, the guy who's kind of the ambassador to the aliens, and has been, the Jujutsu teacher for Yuka and Tsurugi. He's just standing out there, like, looking pensively into the sky, like, so Pandora's box is finally open. Their spaceship is powered by cursed energy. And he's nervous because once they figure that out, they're afraid that, like, people will be a little too eager to seize their ship and, use that, as a renewable energy source. So they're just like, we must enter into a non-disclosure agreement with Simurians, We can't let these fucking governmental thirst buckets just use them for their resources. And they're like, what about political marriage? The assistant guy is like, what about a political marriage between the Japanese and the Simurians? And he's like, what are you talking about, bro? And he's like, I was joking. But he's like, but if we could earn a favor from them, that would be even better. I'd like to come away from this negotiation with a tangible results that'll serve us both going forward. At that point, they get a call from Yuka saying that they've decided on a takoyoki party for the cultural exchange. And so they're excited. And they're trying to secure high-quality octopus for them. And Usami says that he's got some connections to make that go. We then cut to this beach where this old man is talking about how many tentacles does an octopus have. And Tsurugi's like, 8? He's like, yep. But these octopi only have 1. They call it a one-cha octopus. And it's a mutation of the local giant Pacific octopus, perfectly adapted to these waters. Is this real?
I've never heard about this.
Brian, can you Google a wancha octopus and see if it's real?
Let me see.
It looks like a cursed.
It does. It looks like Cthulhu, dog.
What do you call that shit?
It looks
what are
like
they called in Jujutsu Kaisen?
Cursed spirit.
Cursed spirit? Yeah, that's what that should look like.
Bro, it literally looks like Cthulhu's head. They say that it's got the usual 8 tentacles when it's born, but it grows up, the 7 of them shrivel away. Okay, I feel like this is not real, and I feel silly for asking Brian to look it up, but still look it up anyway. And they're saying that and the reason that these things are so special is that it means that the flavor split between 8 tentacles gets packed into 1. So, they gotta go get it. So Tsurugi goes down first, and he goes down. He immediately is surrounded by a swarm of jellyfish. So he's thinking to himself, a special reef swarming with jellyfish. Yeah, that'd be way out of an amateur's league. All right, let's hurry this up so I can snag 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a wancho octopus.
Sick. Good to know. Good to know.
It's a Jujutsu animal.
Yeah.
That shit was a Callion.
So meanwhile, while they're doing that, Yuka pops some pills because she is dying. And Cross is talking to her. Is like, should you tell Tsurugi about Tsurugi? He says it's full government. He says, should you tell Tsurugi Okotsu about your illness? And she's like, no, because she doesn't want special treatment. She wants things to stay as they are. She doesn't want her illness to impact their relationship. Meanwhile, Tsurugi manages to grab an octopus, but he is stung all over because of the jellyfish, and he warns Maru before he goes down to go get a rash guard because it's dangerous. And Maru's like, I don't need one. I'm a warrior. He goes down and he comes back up and he is also completely stung. Very funny. And we get a disclaimer, actually. This is, if you're ever stung by a jellyfish and experience extreme pain and swelling, seek help immediately. Just so people know. And yeah, they get to comparing the size of their the octopi they captured, and he's like, haha, as you know, Tsurugi's like, my octopus is bigger. He's like, no, we gotta stretch them all the way out first to see it and then measure. Tsurugi then asks what the Rumelian culture, the warriors are like in Rumelian culture, and Maru explains that they're basically sorcerers, but only men are sorcerers. And it's not. And Tsurugi's like, "What, you mean women aren't allowed?" And it's like, "No, not really. It's more that women can't wield Rololuka, which is their word for cursed energy. They can only be what they call windows. So, they're basically the windows are like the assistants, right?
Windows are people who can see, who can see cursed spirits but can't use jujutsu.
Right.
Or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're basically the windows of the Rumelian society. Although apparently there are female warriors in the Diskunte tribe, but they don't know much about them. It's said that the jujutsu is said to be bestowed upon their Romulian ancestors by Kalian, who were sent by the gods. So it was the cursed energy that was bestowed upon men by Kalians, and we're taught that men are granted this power because they can't bear children, and they should use it to protect women and children. And Tsurugi actually says, like, wow, that's actually kind of similar to how the Reiwa era, you know, how they thought in the Reiwa era. But it isn't tough. But then he's like, isn't it tough for men who aren't jujutsu sorcerers and women who can't bear children to live in a society with those values? And he explains that it's like, oh no, it's not. It's anyone who works to protect Rummel is respected, even if they're not warriors, and even if they're not men, of course. You know, like Jabaloma.
Maloma.
Yeah.
Jabaloma.
Jabaloma. And you know.
It's my guy.
Yeah. So, you know, Maru continues to say, like, our women will be present at the cultural exchange so far. But they've been confined to their ship for their safety, and he feels really bad about that. Because, you know, it just feels, it's not just being overprotective. You know, it's basically, like, patriarchal that they're not allowed to just, like, go out into the world and also experience it like the men probably have. And Tsurugi's like, I get it, though. It's not that we're assuming they're weak. We just couldn't bear it if they were hurt. And at that point, who's the weak one? And it's like, haha, true. We then cut over to, I guess, it's, like, starting to begin. Everybody sat down. I guess maybe even having, like, appetizers or something at the temple or something, wherever it's being held. And we see the Jujutsu High nutritionist Kyoko Tomoe is yelling about how it's like, what do you mean it's got the main takoyaki course is party style? I thought it was just going to be regular takoyaki. And he's like, well, we know you don't like being able to cook the food all by yourself. So, you know, she's just upset that, like, they didn't tell her that so she could prepare. And Tsurugi comes up with one of the special octopus and he's like, please save the tentacle for the Samurians. He's like, why the hell does that octopus only have one leg? What's wrong with it? So, you know, we cut over to the table basically where Usami is talking with Jabaloma. And it seems that they've asked him if there's a way to break the curse on Jabaloma, on the on Dabra's younger sister, because she has the Diskunte tribe put a death curse on her. It activates when the chieftain dies or when Dabra defies the chieftain's orders. So, like, can you help us with that? And at that point, the assistant remembers, like, oh shit, this is our opportunity to earn a favor. And Usami mentions that, we have this thing in Africa called the black rope that can cancel out the effects of curse techniques. If we get our hands on it, it might be possible to break your sister's curse. And Dabura's like, for real? and Usami's like, yeah, it's a very valuable curse tool, so it'd be tough to get, but, we can do everything we can. And it's going well, everything's doing okay. Dabura leaves the table for a second, and as he's walking over to the door, he runs into Yuka and Tomoe, who Tomoe just like immediately falls in love with Dabura. And she pulls Yuka.
Who is armed, by the way? Who is armed?
Dabura?
Yeah, he's always armed.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't understand there's no concept of being unarmed.
No, definitely not. But yeah, she pulls Yuka into the kitchen and she's like, "Do I look okay? I barely have any makeup on." And it was like, "Yeah, I can tell, but it's fine." Fucking Dabura walks in further and he hits his horns on the ceiling.
I just noticed that.
Oh, like the doorway more. He doesn't hit the ceiling, but he just like I kind of like Dabura. I think he's just like kind of I like that he's kind of an airhead.
He better not turn into he better not fucking genocide the Japanese people.
He seems to be okay. He seems to be a good guy. I thought he was for sure a bad guy. But yeah, Usami's kind of like taken aback, like, whoa, we're actually pulling this shit off, huh? Whoa. So yeah, the food is done. They're starting to eat their the takoyaki. Jabaloma is so impressed. He's like, whoo.
No. He's doing that because it's hot, and he's like,
Oh yeah. Oh, he's blowing the food.
He said it's hot, so please be careful. And then he's like, I said it's hot. He didn't. He didn't understand.
Man. So yeah, everything's going well.
Jabaloma.
And he's like, yeah, well, I do think takoyaki would have been risky, but it's next is Rummel's turn, right? And he's like, that's right. We cut back to the mothership, and the fucking angry guy they're like, hey, let's go to the next cultural exchange together. And angry guy is like, you could go by yourselves. No, I hate earthlings.
Yes, lame.
Then Elder Burrow comes in and he's like freaking out. His third eye is crying, which is a big deal. He's like, Osuke. And it's like, what's happening? This means that he could die. Like, if you cry from your third eye, it's like so stressful it could kill you. And he's like, no, they're dangerous. I saw it. Earthlings, the Japanese. I saw them killing a Kalian. And wow, that's the end of the chapter. Josh, what did you think of Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 11?
So before we started the podcast, I asked Chris and Brian a question, and it was a setup for this chapter. What I asked them was, if somebody said, like, made a statement and said, Lord is my witness, but you knew they was lying, would you call them out on it? I believe. I asked if that would be disrespectful. Now, if I was to say that this old dude was lying just because his eyeball is crying, you know what I mean? Because this is a scheming guy. You know what I mean?
Scheming Steven, if you will.
Would I be? Yes, right. So would I be disrespectful to this Rumelian? by saying I think he's lying?
Well, this is a different situation. This is not what you said.
You said it was over something trivial.
You also said that
this is not trivial at all.
you also said like he just simply said as Lord as my witness. Not his third eye started crying, which means
That's
that
basically he's like saying,
No,
Lord,
it's
is my
not,
he could have
because
put
you
eye
could
drops
die.
in his third eye to make
He
that
could-
shit
he
cry.
could.
Fuck outta here.
he could put eye drops in his third eye. But you know what? That's more serious. I feel like that would give me more pause because of the implication that this shit could kill you.
Yeah, man, bullshit. All right, no. All jokes aside, I think we're all. I think we're all like of the same mind when I say this. Callians are cursed spirits. So if you guys remember, I guess we're not all on the same page with that.
No. I think I didn't think about that.
They said Callians take many different forms, even though they still eat livestock and shit. So they're not talking about just plain old animals. And Callians are connected to the Remelians and their cursed energy. In this very chapter, it says that like it's the belief that Callians pass down the abilities to use really lowly whatever really Roloku. Bro, I feel like I'm having a I don't even want to say it. I'm spazzing out.
Roloka.
I'm having a stroke or something. Yeah, so it's all the signs point to that. It's cursed spirits. What were the humans killing? Definitely not just animals. Definitely not other human people. They know people do that already. They were killing cursed spirits.
Yeah, man.
And cursed spirits attack the other peoples. But I don't know why. I mean, just because they wield cursed energy doesn't mean that cursed spirits won't attack you. They did all the time in Jujutsu Kaisen. Sorcerers. It's just, I guess the Callians have some type of connection with the people of Rumble.
You know, I didn't even think about that. I think that makes total sense, and I think you're absolutely right.
Those are the only substantial thoughts I actually have on this chapter. So, thoughts on any rebuttals for that, or I guess Brian, you could give any of your general thoughts.
I don't have much else to say except for this chapter was very cute chapter. Specifically, my favorite panel in the entire chapter was page 3 when Cross and Maru are trying to takoyaki. It just looks so fucking adorable when they're over there eating it.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't have much else to say aside from that.
Yeah, I really like this chapter as well. It is like that funny thing where like, this is going so well. And then immediately after, it's like, they killed one of our god things.
No, they're going to.
No, he saw them kill one of the Kalyan.
Hold on, did I read this wrong?
I saw it, the Earthlings in Japanese. I saw them killing a Kalyan.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Which, it's obviously like a Jujutsu sorcerer killing a cursed spirit. But that's crazy.
Yeah, good catch, Josh. I didn't even think about that.
I'm genuinely surprised y'all didn't already. I thought one of y'all was gonna just say that shit like before I could even get it out.
It may have been like I may have thought about it at one point, but I didn't really like explore the thought. But it makes total sense. Damn, that sucks.
I'm very certain about this. Like it has to.
No, it is. I think you're absolutely right.
That would create the vessel for a true internal conflict.
Yeah, they're like, I saw them killing a Kalyan. It's like, Mahito's a Kalyan. Fuck that.
And he showed up in this.
He was like,
Man, fuck that. He's like, you thought I was done?
That means like Kenjaku must have like been a god, the god Callion, because he could like control them, right? Or whatever. He could control
No,
the
that
curse.
was Ghetto.
Yeah, so Ghetto would have been like a god to them.
Or they would have hated him.
Yeah, it's like, why are you controlling our god things?
Do not absorb
Why are you
them.
controlling our god thing?
Are you just swallowing one of the god things? Pause.
Don't you dare say it tastes like shit.
Yeah, he was like, these things taste like shit.
I feel like he said worse things about it. He said it was like
Yeah, he said it was like a dirty rag.
dipped in piss or some shit like that.
And
He went hard.
He said a lot of the terrible things. I thought shit was good enough though, but whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I would just not be a jujutsu sorcerer if that was the trade-off. I was like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, my son, Dura would have not Dura, Dabura.
Dabura.
Yeah, he would have killed Geto on the fucking spot.
What are you eating?
Well, Deborah isn't Remelian.
He's not.
Oh,
So he wouldn't. I don't think he would really care that much.
He would have been like, "Listen, I don't really give a fuck that much, but my friends,
They seem
really
to care.
Don't like that shit.
They seem to give a shit. So
I've got to murder you.
I've just gotta murder you.
It's gotta happen." And you know, my sister's caught up with the other guys. My hands are tied.
I gotta do what I gotta do. Man, Sukuna was a Kallian.
The ultimate cow.
Yeah, the king of Kallians.
Yeah, he was. Yo, Sukuna the Callion? Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, those are all my thoughts, really. I thought it was a really cool chapter. Fun twist at the end. I'm excited to see where this goes. Hopefully, they just don't break out into war immediately. I feel like they're just gonna. Usami's just gonna be like, I can explain.
Listen, they kill us.
Over here, it's not so sweet. You guys have cute little wolf creatures that give you guys powers. Ours blew up my friend.
The crazy things.
Wait a second. Doesn't Yuji want to kill like all curses and stuff like that too?
I don't think so.
Well,
Like when he at the end when he fights Mahito, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you all.
he was very specific, especially towards Mahito in that moment where he's like, if you resurrect, I'll kill you again. But I think you know what it is. You know,
towards him.
but speaking about that, I think this is going to make Mahito stronger. Like the fear that they'll feel from like learning that these guys kill Kallians and the anger they feel towards humans is probably going to be the catalyst in which Mahito continues to grow.
Oh shit. So you're thinking Mahito comes back?
Oh yeah. They
But,
showed him
like-
already.
So if he's a Callian and he comes back,
Are the Remelians going to be on his nuts? Probably.
but the thing is, they already said that Callians don't attack Rumelians. Like they're the only ones that
These ones
that-
might.
And Mahito might.
Yeah, Mahito specifically.
They'll probably be
might.
cool with it.
Please attack me.
Please turn me into one of those derps.
Make me a derp monster, please.
What are shit's called?
I would be honored. I would be honored to be turned into a derp monster.
Please turn me into one of those derps.
I don't think they had names. He just created them.
Yeah, there's idols, something idol.
No, that was the name of his
ability.
attack. That was
Idol
the
transfiguration.
Yeah, what an asshole. Yo, Mahito, he can't come back, man. He was bad.
Yeah, he's bad.
He
news.
was really bad. And the other guys were like forces of nature, but they weren't as bad as this kid.
No. Ugh. Anyway, those are all my thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
That's his all.
Josh?
Yeah, that's all.
Hell yeah. Let's.
Abaloma.
Yabaloma.
Yabaloma.
Yabaloma. All right, let's move on.
I don't really have to fucking care who's in my way. I'm gonna fucking kill everybody.
Dandadan.
All right. So the chapter picks up where we left off with Momo and Okarun being ambushed by the Serpo and a mummy, a pharaoh riding a bicycle with a sword. That was a sentence that I just said.
I think my favorite part about this mummy riding a bicycle with the samurai sword is that this bicycle has a little bucket, basket,
Yeah, it has a basket
on
on the front.
So it's like extra whimsical.
Does that mean something?
I don't know. It feels like the icing on the cake.
E.T.
You know, like a cherry on top. It's like, and it has a little basket up front.
But yeah, we had just discovered that Okarun can use the Ogre Club to make a little spirit sword or something like that. A little spirit club that he used to parry the the pharaoh's attack. And as they're kind of like in awe of it, it starts to turn flaccid. It literally just like fucking falls over. And he's starting to realize that this isn't something they can easily maintain since he's new to it. And he's kind of describing that he got the stick from Momo's grandma and he's supposed to charge it with spiritual power. But as he's trying to concentrate, the Serpo come over and they use their 6 sensory organs to blast Okarun and Momo. And as they're kind of starting to get swarmed by them, the pharaoh swings back around and tries to attack, but Okarun blocks it once again. And as they're trying to find a way to get out of here, like the Serpos just continue to kind of lay it in on them. And as things are looking very dire, space alien lady shows up again, the karate space alien or whatever her name was. And she's kind of just like, what is the meaning of this? Why do you people have the whistle? She is not happy that she has to come here and save them when all she really wants is for them to be dead. So that is unfortunate for her. And she's just really pissed off. She's like, this is insufferable. First I had to bake bread and now I have to help these people. And we get a flashback to her and Saint Germain inside of the bakery. And she's kind of like talking to him saying, hey, she wants a more powerful, like a powerful suit. Because the one that he had given her prior was hard to use and it was weak. And she's kind of like laying it on. She's like, I'm helping you, so you have to listen to me. He's like, I'd rather not. Very well. However, I'm going to give you one more job. See this whistle? When it is blown, the shop's lamp will light. If you see it lit, then I want you to go help the person who blew the whistle. The suit's GPS system will tell you where to go. And as the flashback ends, we see this lady head in hands fucking coiling about having to help these people. While Momo's like just cheering her on. The Serpos start to kind of prep their 6 sensory organs to do another blast, but she immediately flies in and knees one of them in the face. And she continues to kind of just beat the shit out of all the Serpos. But while the Serpos are being dealt with, the Pharaoh is still on the battlefield, and he comes flying in and tries to chop at him. But Okarun continues to kind of like parry and block the attacks. So Okarun kind of tells Momo to go on ahead so that he could hold him back and that Gigi would be able to protect him protect her for sure. So as he's kind of like blocking these attacks, the Pharaoh just continues to send slices upon slices, and Okarun starts to remember his training. The cleaning on the floors brings him down to the ground, and he rises back up like he's cleaning the windows from like of the shrine he was in. And as he kind of brings the ogre club up, he brings it back down and cuts off the Pharaoh's sword arm off. And Momo's like, "Wicked, nice one, Okarun." And as the sword is kind of like as the sword hand is falling, the mummified wraps start to kind of reattach the arm, but it wasn't just reattaching, it was sending the attack to Okarun from the wraps. So the chapter ends with the sword seemingly impaling Okarun. And that's where we leave off. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Oh my goodness, this was very fun. It's cool to see Okarun like step up and do his thing. I know he doesn't have the granny powers anymore, and I feel like he'll get them back at some point. But I do like the concept of the Ogre's Club for him. I think it's just like a cool weapon. Yeah, it's cool that he's getting better at it. I'm pretty sure he'll be okay. It'd be weird if Okarun dies here, but I'm wondering what this means for him, if like he gets taken out of the fight or if he just like barely manages to dodge it. But yeah, this mummy guy is one of the cooler. He's like a cool character. It's so weirdly well drawn in a way that's like, God damn, there's so much detail.
Dandadan is always like that.
I know, but I'm always
this one,
yeah, I'm always like surprised. It's just like how much. It's like, how do you do this in a week? It's kind of crazy. But yeah, this is a really fun chapter of Dandadan. I'm excited to see where this goes. The funny thing about this is the robot suit lady. She has like, I have to do a good job. That's why she's like extra pissed off, because like not only does she have to help these people, it's like she has to make sure she helps a lot.
Yeah, like she can't
half-ass it
in the process.
Yeah. Plus, I think the design of this robot suit that she wears is usually pretty cool. So it's cool to see it back in the series. But yeah, very fun chapter. I don't really have much else to say outside of that. Josh, what did you think?
Man, Okarun getting his Kuwabara on is so sick. I thought the Spirit Sword was the coolest fucking thing aside from the Spirit Shotgun. Not gonna lie, Spirit Shotgun was lit. From Yu Yu Hakusho, by the way, guys. You know, for everyone listening. It's a funny chapter. It's weird how I don't know. Is it weird that it's growing on me that Ayase has lost her memory, and it's like, all right, I'm cool with it. I like how the story got spiced up in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not that interested in Saint Germain yet. Not yet. I know there's probably still a lot more to learn about him. But like, I'm just so proud of Okarun.
It's my boy.
Yeah, I don't really have that much more to say. Brian, anything you want to say to wrap up this chapter?
Saint Germain was the only thing I was going to really talk about, was because I just don't know what the fuck he's like. His goal is like, what is his objective? Because now he's helping the squad, but I don't know what the fuck he's here for. Has there ever been anything that he's done that gives some kind of...
I think he needs them to some degree, especially like, ISA.
I think he wants to make ISA his ESP queen.
Well, I think I don't remember what he said he had to do to achieve the Dandadan thing that he's after, but I think he needs them for something. And I wonder if like all of this is just a way. Oh, he needs their powers, I guess. So he needs them alive, and he's more against the Serpos because he doesn't work with the Serpos, even though he's like an alien. So, you know, he's just trying to keep the competition from like getting his thing. Their powers are his to use, not the Serpo's. But yeah, that's what I think is going on here. I don't think there's. I think he's only helping the crew in this particular instance because he doesn't want them to get killed by the other aliens involved.
You know what Saint Germain looks like? He looks like a Fire Emblem character.
He does.
He does.
In his like main suit too, where he's like got.
Especially in his main suit.
Yeah.
He would be in Smash 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised he wasn't.
He looks up.
You sure he's
Saint
not?
Germain.
I never played Fire Emblem, so I can't say for sure. So right now it's unconfirmed. We can't say for certain that this isn't OC.
I have no idea. I've also never played Marvel Rivals.
No, it's from Smash Bros.
Oh, Smash Bros.
Fire Emblem.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you said Rivals for a second. I don't know why.
Yeah, someone. It looks like Martha and Roy.
Yeah. It's very Martha and Roy coded. Brian, any other thoughts?
Nope, that's all.
Hell yeah. Well, that was Dandadan, and that has been our show. Thank you all so much for listening as per usual. You can find me at the Chris Aspinall on Twitter and Instagram. Josh is at JDCole_37 on Instagram, at New Jump City Josh on Twitter. Brian is at b.esp on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch him when he's streaming at twitch.tv/itspunchline. Email the show at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com, and we'll answer all your questions on the pre-show chat show that we usually do. We didn't do this one this week because I'm turd, but next week we'll do one and we'll answer some more questions. Subscribe to the podcast, please do so. Give us a like, a share, all of that jazz. That would be super duper helpful to my self-esteem. So do all that stuff. Thank you guys. Comment your questions, comment your thoughts on the chapters, and be good out there, guys. Do good, be good. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace.
Peace out. Shout out to Jabba, the big Loma.
Jabba Low.
Big Loma.
Big Jabba.